Hello YouTube, this is Morgan Bannon, Airspeed Prime here with my next Korra episode commentary. I haven't put one of these up in a while, just because with my channel I've been starting other stuff like the papercraft videos and doing those Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles videos and some other stuff. Um, it took ages for that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle action figure review to go up, which is why there hasn't been as many videos as usual. But hopefully I'll be getting back on schedule more this week. There was no Turtles episode this week, which gives me time to do this one, and hopefully, at least by the weekend, I'll have K111 and K112 episode commentaries out. But anyway, as I said, this is going to be the episode commentary for K110 Turning the Tides. So set up your episode stream or whatever of episode 10 Turning the Tides to start with the opening of the show with the earth, fire, water, air bit, that bit. And then when I stop speaking, I'm going to pause a bit. And then when I start speaking again, that's going to be where you hit play. And I'll start my commentary while I'm watching the Earthfire opening of the episode and continue on. That'll have you all synced up. So I'm going to pause now. When I start speaking, I'm going to pause now. But when I start speaking again, that's when you hit play. So pausing. Okay, so this is going to be my episode commentary for episode 10 of The Legend of Korra, which is K110 Turning the Tides. This is definitely one of the best episodes of the series. Probably my second favorite episode after K108, When Extremes Meet. But this is just a really epic episode. So much drama in this one, and definitely, in terms of stuff that happens at the end, some of the best moments of the whole series. It's really good quality episode. And you're at the stage where you need a pretty long recap on what's happening at this stage. We're deep into the story, and obviously this is really all about Amon starting his huge attack on the whole city, which is going to happen here. And obviously we start with Korra. Obviously she's back as of the end of last episode, and she just looks so peaceful there, but she's still pretty injured and stuff like that. And see how much Mako cares for her here. And Asami sees that in the background and kind of knows that Mako feels more for Korra than she does for her. So it makes the breakup that happens next episode not as out of place. And then this is a really interesting aspect of this episode, in that there's this family theme throughout this episode from Tenzin. With this scene and then the scene at the end when Rohan is born, it's really really emotional, kind of tender moments in the middle of such a dramatic, crazy episode. Korra getting back to her usual self, demolishing all the food. And here's the reveal to the rest of them of Tarlok being Yakon's son and the bloodbending. Really good stuff. And then that moment, just Amon coming out of nowhere to take Tarlok's bending. And just with that, Amon takes out the other big player in the story, Tarlok. And then obviously Tenzin realizes that this is the start of Amon's big plans action. And here's the first hints that the baby's going to be coming very soon. They all realize what's happening. But Pema's just brushing it off. And here's the start of the kind of drama in the Masami relationship. Pema realizes what's going on and quickly gets out of the way. And this is the thing, Mako at this stage is just confused. He knows he's going out with Asami, but doesn't realize what he's how he's acting with Korra is he doesn't realize that that's that Asami can see that. And then Mako kind of points at the obvious thing, how did he expect me to act? And we see the kind of more jealous side, I suppose, of Asami coming out here, and Mako doesn't want to admit to it. And Mako kind of realizes that like right now is not the best time for the relationship stuff with all this stuff happening. But he made a really bad move there. He should have really talked with her more about it. It's good stuff. And then some more awkward stuff between relationship stuff. It's crazy. Like for Lynn to actually agree to this shows just how much she's changed as a character, and that they have become friends again despite the previous kind of animosity between the two. And then Pema comes out just like, "Oh, you two are talking. Here you go, take Milo." Bad, hilarious moment. Lynn has no idea how to handle kids. She's good at protecting people, not like caring for them really. I gotta poo really bad. And he's making all the movements. Crazy. And then here's the kind of moment where the whole plan starts. Amon, before he invades the city, is basically going to have put the leadership in under incredible stress, and he's going to do that by taking out the council members. After that, the city's going to be in complete chaos. Then he attacks the police, and then the city's not going to be able to defend against the equalists. And then we know from the voice that this is definitely the lieutenant straight away, and the actions just prove that more. And then this is where the drama of this episode really starts. The music starts to get a bit more intense and dramatic. You could get the sense that, oh, they're equalists too. Tenzin's going to get captured now, is he? And then the interesting moment there of Tenzin's kind of spider sense, kind of his voice actor having the J.K. Simmons having the connection with Spider-Man. His beard warning him of the danger, mainly because of the electricity and it's staticking up. Some really amazing bending here. It's showing the sheer power that airbending has. The tornado, being able to just instantly throw people away like that. He's the only one to basically not get captured here. And here's the page. And then what a way to basically end the first act of this episode, really, kind of like that, with Tenzin kind of realizing that, oh, I'm in charge of the city. Bombs then going off around the city. He's basically the leader of the city with it in complete ruins, kind of as Amon's attacking. That everyone from the island looks on and see that the city's under attack. And just the fact that the kids, Pema's come back into things in a bigger role, you get the sense that it's even more dramatic. The kids have been placed in this episode where everything's kicking off. You begin to sort of just fear for them. They're going to be a bit more involved in this episode. Something's going to happen, which happens later on in the episode. Hiroshi, eager to see non-benders kind of get one over on benders, given what happened to his wife. And then you just get the sense that Amon is not quite all he's cracked up to be in that line that he says to Hiroshi there. Team Avatar arrive in the city. And then a funny moment, Korra parked the car despite not really knowing how to drive, straight into a lamppost. The Avatar! Woo. Parking tickets, and then Mako just burns them up. Pretty funny considering he's going to become a police officer next season. Next book. Asami, gotta put the glove on for some style. And Team Avatar are away. Epic Asami, sit in the back. And Korra has no idea what's going on. Because she's basically been unconscious while the whole Mako Asami conflict has been happening. There's that little line from Bolin was pretty good too. Oh, we're good. Asami's driving angry. This is a nice scene too, just to show how crazy stuff, everything's kind of coming in through the police station. Stuff is getting destroyed all over the city. Saikan's been avoiding Tenzin the whole series, and now he wants to see him, which is a funny moment too. Simultaneous attacks. He's just this is basically explains Amon's decision not to take out Korra in episode 4. He's been waiting for his own forces to grow enough, get enough machines ready so that he could have this huge attack, so that it would put everyone under so much pressure. The wire's been sent to the United Forces. That was one of those moments where it's like, oh, what are the United Forces? And we do find out at the end of this episode what they are. And basically, these are the only people left in the police station. These are the guys who are in charge of the city right now. Saikan and Tenzin, basically. Tenzin, the airbender, is going to get them through all this kind of smoke and toxic gas, whatever we assume it is. Just a great moment there, showing how useful airbending can be, keeping you safe, breathing good. They walk out and they're confronted by so many mecha tanks. And this was one of those moments. This is where the episode just gets crazy dramatic. The metal benders are instantly captured, and it's left to Tenzin basically to fight off all of these mecha tanks. I did really begin to fear that he's going to get captured and have his bending taken away, because they've done it to Tarlok, they've done it to Lightning Bolt Zolt and stuff like that. So it's not completely out of the picture that Tenzin could get captured here at this point in the series. He's doing a decent job of fighting them, but there's too many of them and he gets hit here. And this is the moment here, just really dramatic. Him kind of nearly unconscious. Police airships going down all over the place. Them moving in to arrest him. Everyone else is captured, even Saikan. And then you kind of remember, wait, what are Team Avatar? They're in the city somewhere near here, and here they come in. Amazing entrance from Team Avatar. Asami guns it. Ramp time. Jump out, and boom. They're at the end of the Avatar. And this is just an amazing action scene here. They just go full force at these mecha tanks, and they're a bit more confident now, know how to take them out. Lightning redirection here from Mako. Well, I assume it's a bit of lightning redirection combined with actually shooting lightning. And then Korra comes into her own here, water bending. This is a really cool move, off the ramp, into the engine of the machine, taking it down instantly. Bolin tips it over. The music's really good too. And you're like, oh no, Tenzin's gonna get taken away. But then Asami comes to the rescue. And she's absolutely amazing in this scene, just taking out so many equalists with the glove and her own acrobatic martial arts moves. And it shows that she takes out the most kind of single fighters in this one scene here, and it's really good. And then Tenzin gets right back into the fight. Him and Mako. Amazing move here from Tenzin. Straight up. That's the power of airbending. He can take that massive machine out. Hiroshi sees this happen, and seeing his daughter as well taking out some of the his forces, a big moment for Hiroshi. And then just everything Amon says is just like, "It will be done. We will do it." And then you think, "Oh yes, the heroes are winning," but then, oh no, Air Temple Island's being attacked. And this is where you're like, oh no, Lin and some of the other White Lotus guys are the only people there to defend the kids. And you begin to really fear for that. Then you sort of remember also Pema's kind of nearly going into labor as well. And you're just like, oh no, everything's going wrong. Team Avatar and Tenzin are all away from the island. How are they going to get back in time? Here's where the ordered White Lotus come into play and prove themselves not just to be kind of idiots as we've kind of seen from the first 3 episodes of the series. And then this is the big moment. And now, this is a quite cliched thing, I suppose, in TV, where if there's a pregnant character that you've known for a while, naturally they will go into labor at the most inopportune moment. But it's only a cliche if it's done badly. In this case, it's done so well to add so much drama to this scene, which in the end is like probably one of the most dramatic scenes in the whole show, given the amount of stuff happening. Just like Order of White Lotus desperately trying to fend off the airships, the mass amounts of people coming in from these airships arriving at the island. The lieutenant arrives on scene, and Lynn is the only one other than the Order of White Lotus guys to left to defend the place. And you kind of get the sense of like last stand territory here. It's just her against so many people. And for the first time in the series, we kind of get to see her use metal bending and earth bending together in a just fight, not just one specific move, but all together. And she's just amazing here. Toph would be proud at that sort of moment. And that's a kind of important scene to have there in the scheme of storytelling. Like, the kids are in the other room. They're not, like, being looked after by someone else. And here's where the kids come in and show how good benders they are. Just Janora arrives on scene, boom, the lieutenant's been sent flying. Iki arrives on scene, takes out a couple of them. And then Milo arrives, fart bending. And it's just amazing, one of those big, like, yes moments. And look at him, he's amazing. Like, the girls are really good too, but Milo just takes them out. Slow motion move. And like, she's just like, okay. It was like my last stand, and then the kids just took them out instantly. And then here's when Tenzin arrives. It's just drama, 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 action, action, action. And that's what's so good about this episode. And they get a compliment. Yes! And here's that kind of tender moment. We've had so many dramatic things. The attack is still going on right now. Super dramatic. And then they just stop for a second to have this really dramatic moment, which in the end will add to make the end even more dramatic, because you have the sense that this is a really happy family together. You know, they like Tenzin has a new son, the kids have a new brother. It's a new kind of airbender, we assume, given what Katara says in the first episode. And there's just no sense of drama of the. You get the sense that it's almost over at this stage. Like, they could end it with the birth of Rohan. Happy ending all along, but as is going to happen when Korra walks in, it's going to change. And Korra is really sad to break up this family moment, but she has to say this. More airships are coming. And then this moment here, it goes from really tender family moment to we have to flee. We have to flee from our homes to protect our new son. Protect the last remaining airbenders. And you get this whole last stand thing coming up. They're completely against the odds, the heroes. Which is what makes this episode so good. And that's what's so good about Tenzin's character, in that we rarely have that sort of thing from Avatar so far. We don't have a character who has the family to look after, but with Tenzin we do. Because it was mainly kids in Avatar The Last Airbender. In this, Tenzin's the main character, is an adult, has a family. That's really good. And he tells Korra and basically Team Avatar to go hide in the city. They're basically saying the island is lost at this stage. And this is a sign of Korra growing. You know, she realizes that she needs to be patient, as she's shown in the last episode when she ran away instead of confronting him all. Showing the connection there, the hug. And we see the Sky Bastion and the Airbenders leave. and you just completely understand why they're leaving. But we see that two airships are going to follow them, which I'll come back to later when we get to the scene later on. But the remaining airships continue to attack the island, and the Order of the White Lotus guys stay behind to basically cover the Avatar and friends' retreat, which is a big moment for them. They make their kind of heroic sacrifice. Naga can now hold everyone. Obviously, it's a dramatic moment. Naga realizes that, like, oh, okay, I can't just be picky here. I gotta hold everyone today. And here's the lieutenant coming back again, and like for the second time in the episode, he gets smashed away. Naga slap, boom, and like the lieutenant, like how on earth did he survive that one? Into the water bubble. And it's just a dramatic exit and so much stuff happening, and you're just like, oh no, our heroes have lost. Amon is basically won. Tenzin's being chased by Amon on his airships. They're not going to get away. The airships are too fast. Which is what's going to lead to, in the end, I think one of the fan favorite moments of the whole series. Lin makes this decision here to protect the remaining airbenders, protect like the person that she used to go out with. Big sacrifice here. Everyone realizes what she's doing. She's letting them get away by taking out these airships, and just I think this is one of the moments where I just had the fandom, a lot of the fandom in tears, but everyone just going like, Lin, that was amazing, you are the best character of all time. And it's just well shot scene. Look at that epic pose there. Just the epicness of this kind of these actions from Lin are just clear to see here. She takes down one ship, epically leaps to the second one, and damages it enough so that it can't chase them before she's captured. The problem, I suppose, with this scene in the end just comes from the fact that Tenzin's family in the end are captured despite no airship being there to be able to like go after them. Amon just appears to have them in the end, and like as you can see, the other airship turns away, the other one's crashing. What follows Ugi now? How are they captured? Which in the end is the biggest unanswered question of the whole book one of Korra. And that's a nice line from Milo, just to say that lady's my hero, saving us all. And the family gets away, it appears. Korra and her team are in hiding. And another kind of little moment there to show how much Mako cares about Korra, and Sanami further seeing that she's realizing that Mako's basically made his choice, that Korra is for him. And here's you go from that epic moment for Lin to the kind of just sad moment, like no. She has a chance to keep her bending here, but she refuses it because she's not gonna like tell him where the airbenders are. And she just like closes her eyes, accepts that she's getting her bending taken away, and it just happens. And the way this is shot, it's basically a death scene for Lin Beifong here, even though it's just her bending taken away. Just the way it's shot makes it seem that way, really dramatic. And then this moment, just like it's just such an up and down episode. You're like, yes, no, crying, no, yes. And then this moment here, General Iroh, voiced by Dante Bosco, voices Zuko, and you're like, yes, this like honor has arrived. And you see the crazy amount of amazing battleships, and you're just like, okay, there's a big war coming up. This is gonna be like the best episode of Avatar ever. And in the end, it's a solid episode, my second favorite of the whole 12 of this season. I think K108 is a bit better because it's a bit more emotional. There's amazing characterization. But that episode definitely has some of the most dramatic, intense moments of the whole series, and it's just that emotional roller coaster ride of an episode. This one. That was my episode commentary for K110 Turning the Tides. Thank you for listening, and bye.